Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Gemini for the month of May, the end of April, May 2022. The element is Earth and the sign is Taurus, and you, Gemini, are in your 12th house. So it's very much a time of introspection, looking inward, the subconscious mind, highly intuitive. You can become tap into that this month, which is great because you'd sort of really dig deep and delve deep into spirit, I guess you'd call it. And, you know, just all sorts of things pop up that you probably manage to avoid the rest of the year. But it's the month before your birthday, so it's almost like you go into the other world of the internal, the spirit of spirit. So let's see what's up for you, what's going to come up, Gemini. And we have the Magician. So he is the spirit messenger. So look out for messages coming through from your inner sanctum. And this one involves in embarking on new journeys, new projects, if you like, taking on new things where there is a risk, as well as a lot of potential. So it's very this magician is guided by the planet Mercury, so it's all about sort of quick thinking, which is one of your planets too, I believe, Gemini. You're very mercurial, very much about mind, communication, all that kind of thing. So ideas coming through this next 4 weeks can be very powerful for you, especially in terms of new projects, business, all that sort of thing that you really truly want to do. And this is the time where you can really have that brainwave idea and think, right, that can work, that I can really go with that. Where you are right now. And we have the Hierophant, another mystical, spiritual card, big card as well, and he's all about the moral compass. So going with what your faith means to you, what is right and wrong to you, how do you sort of live your life by your own moral compass. Very nice card. It also talks about, you know, just authority, I guess, in a way, but we all have our own different personal authority to what we will accept and what we won't accept in our life, and all the people that we come into contact with as well. So it's very much going to be an interesting introspective month for you, Gemini, of just sort of really going within. What's influenced this to happen, and indeed the rest of the reading, is the King of Cups. So very much the emotional blockages, I guess, this month, especially about this male. So this, it comes through, this male here, he's sort of, you describe him as he's the sort of songwriter, the musician, the very emotional sort of a male that we all, the females anyway, believe, oh yes, he'd be the perfect person. But he's got blockages and all sorts of stuff, and he can be very stuck in his emotional way and finds it really hard to express how he feels on a day-to-day basis. Therefore, originally in the old Greek mythology, he actually was a musician, this person. So interesting that this male figure is sort of influencing. Now, it can just be that state of being as well around you that you may connect with that male in your life, or your father or brother, or, you know, somebody really close that you still have deep feelings for, and that obviously will affect everything. Interesting. Let's see the background. So we're talking about late March, April, and we have the star. So you're on your path, so you just keep moving forward. A really beautiful card, another very spiritual card, a card of hope, and very much a card of just saying, just keep, as long as you keep moving forward and have that hope and faith, you know that things, as long as you're moving forward, anything can happen, and you can sort of traverse all sorts of problems and obstacles with the star. it's also a card of what, you know, who and what is in your life is meant to be. So it's very nice card as well, especially when we're thinking, oh my God, I didn't think, I don't know what that person thought they were doing in my life, but it's obviously a lesson in there as well for us. Okay, let's see with recent influences, and we have the Seven of Wands. So this is the more aggressive type of a card where we are asked to stand up for our beliefs, or to stand up to somebody, or to, yeah, but not in a negative way. As you know, all these cards, you can take them as negative and positive. I like to read the positive side of things. I believe it's the way to go. However, we must always factor in that negative too. So this, however, this will manifest, you know, if you've got to speak up about something, try and do it in a, you know, a meaningful way without being too aggressive, because it can come across as aggression too. We have to be very self-aware of how we sort of couch things sometimes. Nice card though, but very much a card of defense, of standing up for yourself and not just sort of sitting there complaining to everybody else about a situation, when you can just go to the source and clear it up yourself. The lesson you'll be learning in this 4 weeks, Gemini, the Ten of Cups. So very much that card of Cups is emotions, but it's also, it's a bit of a smoke screen in a way too. You can look around at people and think that, oh, they've got the best life and the best family and they're living their best lives, but we all have our little bits and pieces that we keep from others, and we present that facade of, oh yes, everything's fine. Especially in our culture here in Australia, we do believe in not sort of really, we're always saying yes, everything's great, even if it isn't, because there's not much point, is there? It just invites negativity sometimes. So it's just about examining, you know, that emotional facade that we have, and the 12th house is perfect for that, and it's perfect for sort of rejigging how we can appear to other people, being honest and not, you know, not sort of pretending that everything's fine when it isn't. And understanding that nobody has that perfect life, no matter how hard they may sort of try and couch it. We've all got our daily routines and problems, and we've all got our paths to tread. Near future. And we have the happy work card, standing back and having a look at how you're going at work. Most Geminis that I know are really very industrious, busy bees. They're always up to something, they're always working, they're always talking, they're always getting things done. They've got lots of ideas, very creative people as well, with ideas and getting things moving. And just this card sort of just says, have a step back and look at what you've created and what you continue to create, because you are by and far one of the signs of the zodiac that is very much a creative soul. I do not know a dull Gemini. Okay, let's see what's happening that you're not realizing. Yeah, a little bit of, oh, discontent. Oh, I wish I had everything. But you do have everything. But there's that tinge of, if I had this, I'd feel better. But we all know that that's not true. And it's just a transitory card that every now and again goes part. And it's probably part of this 12th house energy as well, Gemini, where you just sort of might feel a bit of a lull in your otherwise bright, shiny selves. But just remember, you know, we've got more than we need, really, especially in our culture here. So just sort of put it down to, it's just like a storm that's passing through, or a bit of a grey day. It'll soon change. But it's the emotions too, and because the 12th house, there'll be lots of those flowing around. How others see you. Yes, very much on the move. The Knight of Wands, very much a go-getter, getting in there, moving, action, life in the fast lane, moving, travelling, having, you know, usually the Gemini too in this card. He's always planning things, always on the move, going here, going there, getting on planes and moving around the world. Now we can. So very much that upbeat person. However, it'll be interesting to see how you feel after this next 4 weeks. But that's how others see you. Interesting. Positive feelings. What are you feeling positive about? And there is your Queen, your Queen of Swords. Very much, yes, she's a straight-talking woman. She cuts out all the rubbish. She says it how it is. On the flip side, she can be a bit, you can examine yourself for thinking, oh, sometimes I'm a bit much, may come across as bitter sometimes. She does sometimes. Historically, she was a widow queen, so it was almost like she'd had a lot of bad experiences, so she did sometimes. She's very well armed, as you can see as well, so she did sometimes have a lot of defence around her because of her past experiences in life. But she speaks her truth. The outcome. And we have the big money card coming in, the 10 of coins. So very much sorted as far as money goes. Very down to earth card, very much about achieving, having achieved. Financial security here. Nice card. It's about inheritance too. It's just all about money and just achieving what you want to achieve and having that sort of backup of that money there. Which for a lot of Geminis, maybe you have, maybe you haven't, but it's just about, it's about sort of seeing what you've got, and we all have more than what we think we have, don't we? Okay, let's have a look at your message. Oh, the loving kindness card. When we feel love and kindness towards others, it not only makes others feel loved and cared for, but it also helps to develop inner happiness and peace. So it's a time of deep spiritual recognition, going into your own private world this month, into your subconscious, into your real internal core, your spirit, and just going through all the things that jump up. And this is just an example of what will come up. So thanks very much for listening, and we'll see you in your birthday month.